Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing fantastic today. So this will be a very interesting conversation. So we're going to talk to either RFK Jr.'s higher self or our lead team collective. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to ask them. And you guys had 27 questions. Well, you probably had more, but my sister synthesized them down between my one nephew and my sister are doing that now, Jared and my sister. And so we have 27 questions to ask about RFK Jr., which will be very interesting. Okay. Because obviously he's quite controversial. So let's take a look and see what's going on with him. All right. Okay. So I have a little prayer that I say first. Let me just back you up a little bit. Okay. So I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, all of those of the highest and purest light, including our lead team collective. And I ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel and our communities, our channels and our communities, so it is only of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, you guys. So I'm talking to the lead team collective, which is the collective of all of our spirit teams in this community, including your spirit team. So if you have found yourself watching this video, your spirit team is involved in this conversation, okay? All right. So you guys, hello. Hello. That's how they say hello. It's just yes. Do you want to, as a collective, want to answer the RFK Jr. questions, or should we call in his higher self? So do you want us to call in his higher self? No. Okay. So you want to, as the lead team collective, you want to answer the questions for us? Yes. Okay. Are these questions in our highest and best to know the answers to? Yes. Okay. Excellent. Obviously, as always, if there's something you're not comfortable with, we know that you'll just abstain from answering, correct? Yes. Okay, great. Okay. Number one, so this is interesting because the questions are written as if I'm talking to, so I have to just reverse them a little bit here. So has RFK Jr. been a Democrat his entire life until switching to endorse DJT in August 2024? Yes. Yes. Was he coerced into switching party affiliations? Yes, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Just making sure I say that up front. I'm not going to say it again. So, is it true that most of his family is against what he stands for since switching political affiliations to DJT? Yes. Okay. Does he have a medical degree? Does RFK Jr. have a medical degree? No. Should that have been an important qualification for the Secretary of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services? Yes, it should have. Yes. Oh my gosh. Crazy, huh? Do you believe, and I don't even know, does he have a medical? I really know nothing about him, to be honest. Like, I just have never had an interest in, digging into what he's all about. But does he believe he is qualified to be the Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services? Yes, he does. Really wide swing. He really does believe it. Does he have ill intent when it comes to his position? No. Okay, all right. We're going to stay open-minded about this, you guys. I just recorded a video for our spiritual and political messages for today. And one of them, the message that we got out of the political message was because I'm going to keep repeating this because it's helpful for me to hear it again, and it will be helpful for hopefully other people to hear this again, that it is best for us, especially for our own happiness, I think, to refrain from opinion or judgment until we see how love wins. Love always wins, always, 100% of the time, because we are really only made of love, okay? Our spiritual beings. So even though, and I don't mean like, like F45 is going to all of a sudden turn into like this loving being. No, but the end of the story, however the story ends with every situation, love wins. So we just don't ever see that often because all we're hearing is the actual incident, okay? So I'm going to hold judgment with RFK for each thing he's doing to see. Now, I mean, we can still be obviously you can be judgmental about the stuff he's doing. You could disagree with the stuff he's doing, but eventually love will win. So if you believe that's true, I believe that's true. Love will win in all circumstances. So that was the political message that we got today from the Lead Team Collective. And so I'm going to spend some time thinking about that more and more in my own life, is how is love winning? Okay, so let's see. Where am I? Okay, so we talked about does he have an ill intent? And they said no. Okay, is there a nefarious program to add chemicals to our food to keep the American people under control? Yes. You know what I'm about to say, right? Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, yes. Are the programs DJT wants to eliminate going to negatively impact our environment? Yes. Will the impact be for the short term only? Yes. Will ultimately, whatever DJT eliminates, will we ultimately see love winning? Yes. Okay. Will those cuts contaminate our air, water, and soil in the short term? Yes. Will RFK Jr. address this issue with DJT? No. Okay. Is it because he doesn't have the clout? Does he have the authority to address it with him? So they said, yes, he doesn't have the clout, and then no, he does not have the authority to address it with him. Okay. Even though he's the Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, kind of ironic, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Does anybody have the ability to confront DJT on anything at this point? No. Okay. Okay. All right. I always find myself like, why am I going like this? Why do I, should I, what if I recorded all my videos like this from now on? So, I try to read the question. Keep it down. There we go. I just trying to get you so you can see the end of the rods here. Okay. Will RFK Jr.'s proposed policy changes, will the proposed policy changes based on actual scientific studies? Are they based on actual scientific studies? Yes. Okay. Doesn't mean the studies are they, so they're actual scientific studies, but are they the best studies he could be following? Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. Okay. Will RFK Jr. keep access to medications such as ADHD meds and antidepressants available while encouraging alternatives? Yes. Good. Good. Will tariffs on pharmaceuticals manufactured in China decrease availability for medications? No. Will it decrease availability for generic medications? Yes. I wondered about this. Is the health, or are the drug companies supportive of the Chinese tariffs so that they can just charge the US population like full prices? Yes. I was wondering about that because I looked up my own antidepressant and I thought, well, because I was concerned, like, am I going to still be able to get it? And China makes the generic kind, but the US makes the non-generic kind, which is all the same thing. But now they're probably just going to end up charging more. Right away I was like, well, at least I'll still be able to get it, but I'll probably end up paying more is probably what's going to happen. That was my guess. So, and that sounds like that's what they're saying too. So, okay. Does RFK Jr. really believe vaccines are dangerous? Yes. Well, so then the question is, are vaccines really dangerous? Yes and no. Okay, so it depends on the vaccine. Okay. Kind of glad they said that because it's kind of a little slippery slope to be going down, right, with our spirit guides. So, okay. Will Congress step in if and when RFK Jr. tries to make vaccines illegal? Yes. Good. Okay, very good. Okay. Will he be successful in having the FDA ban toxic chemicals generally required as safe? Let me read that again. Will he be successful in having the FDA ban toxic chemicals generally regarded as safe? Yes. Okay. I think that's a very good thing. Are the efforts to cancel programs vital to Health and Human Services really a means to force survival of the fittest by exterminating weaker members of the U.S. population? Ah, thank goodness. No. Ew. Well, and as far as RFK Jr. is concerned, is that correct? Yes. As far as DJT is concerned, would he like that? Yes. Okay. Okay. That's awful. It's just awful. Okay. Are you attempting, meaning is he, sorry, these are questions are written as if I'm talking to his higher self. So since they didn't want to pull him in today, um, is he attempting to institute policies without congressional approval? Yes. Does his uncle JFK approve of that? No. Which, you guys, I'll do another. So we have a JFK list of questions. We have to do the JFK ones. After this, for tomorrow night, I will have a conversation. Let me just ask if I can have a conversation. I wanted to do a pendulum message because I've been doing pendulum messages with prominent figures, let's just say. Okay. You guys, will I be able to tap into RFK Jr.'s higher self for a pendulum message for the community? Yes. Okay, good. So I'll do that. I want to make sure I could do it. They would let me. So, okay. So we'll do that for tomorrow night, you guys. I'll have that video for you guys. So he'll give us a pendulum message and then some oracle messages for us. Okay. Like what his higher self has to say. I'll have a little conversation with him. So, okay. Let's see. So JFK does not approve. He does not approve. Good. Is it true that he is proposing to send patients with mental health issues to camps? Yes. Does he believe this is in the patient's best interest? Yes, very wide swing. And that their health will improve without medication. Does he believe that? Yes. Is this belief a personal belief or is it based on science? Is this belief based on science? No. Rolling my eyes. Just rolling my eyes a little bit. Okay, little judgment, little judgment. Got to wait to see how love wins. I'm just trying to get myself out of the 3D debacles. That's what I'm trying to do, and helping you too. We don't need to stay in the 3D drama, right? Even though we're exploring it here, you know. Okay, let's see. Does he foresee healthcare providers having difficulty accessing proven treatments such as mental health medications and vaccines for preventative care in this decade? No. Okay. So let me just ask our lead team collective, do you guys foresee us having health difficulty accessing treatments, mental health medications, and vaccines that we need? No. Are you kind of helping behind the scenes to ensure that that doesn't happen? Yes. Okay. Wide swing, yes. They just started kind of whipping it. Okay. Will he be successful in creating an autism registry? Will he be successful in creating an autism registry? No. Okay. Somebody's knocking on my door. Somebody's knocking on my door. Okay, someone was knocking on my door. It was a neighbor of mine. Her landline is out. She still has a landline. So adorable. I don't have a landline anymore. Anyway, so she wanted to use my phone to see what was going on with her landline. So, all right. So let's see. Okay, so we confirmed that he will not be successful in creating an autism registry. Is that correct? Yes. I don't really know anything about that. Is that supposed to be a positive thing? I don't think so. That doesn't sound positive, but I don't know anything about it. So they're saying he will not be successful. So hopefully that's good that he won't be successful. I mean, an autism registry, that doesn't sound good to me, but I don't have any background on it. Okay. I'm just going to go through the list though. So if yes, which they answered no, but if yes, I'm still going to go through these rest of these questions about the autism registry. Is the purpose of the autism registry that he's proposing genuinely to uncover the root causes of autism? Yes. Okay. So he is being genuine about that. Yes. Okay. If the registry were to be officially created, would it be used at any time in a nefarious manner? Yes. Okay. Is that why it won't be created? Yes. Okay. Will he disregard HIPAA, medical privacy protection? Would the autism registry disregard that? Yes. Is that why it's being prevented? It will be prevented. One of the reasons? Yes. Okay. Will the autism registry, if it were to be created, be voluntary and follow HIPAA laws? No. Okay. So you can see why he's probably not going to be able to pull this off. Is the purpose to take research subjects to a central location? Okay, that is disgusting. Yes. Okay, entertainment purposes. I just have to say it. Every once in a while, I just have to say it because some things just blow my mind. So entertainment purposes and allegedly. Will the registry eventually be successful in isolating the causes of autism? No. Okay, because it's not going to happen in the registry. Okay, is that 100% certain that the registry will not happen? No. Okay. But right now, what the timeline looks like is that it will not be successful. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Is autism sometimes caused by chromosomal, Okay, this is probably the hardest. This has probably been the hardest one for me to do. I just have to read everything so slow because this is just not my language. This is not my language. I don't talk like this. Okay, is autism sometimes caused by chromosomal mutation? Is that what you guys know what I'm talking about? I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Yes. Could technology like CRISPR technology cure autism? Yes. Great. I hear Sterling talking about CRISPR technology. I know nothing about it. But he did come out recently. So if you guys don't know who Sterling is, he's a medium and channels he can hear from a lot, like thousands of different spirits. So I'm going to look into this CRISPR technology. I've not looked into it at all. I hear him talking about it all the time, that it's coming. And I think I just heard that a child was healed from cancer because of CRISPR technology. That's amazing. That's love winning. Love it. Okay. Is autism sometimes induced in children by exposure to something in the human environment? Yes. Yes. Okay. Is autism though something that souls choose to experience in their soul contract? Yes. So they know when they're being born, before they come down, they plan with their spirit teams. They know that they're going to be born into an environment that would expose them to this, to whatever the environmental cause is. Yes. Is that how they choose their family then? In some ways? Yes. So they can have this autism experience. Wow. Yes. Okay. All right. There's only a few more. Will humanity discover the cause of autism soon? Will humanity discover the cause of autism? Yes. Will it be due to the CRISPR technology? I mean, so that will help it, the CRISPR technology? Okay, so will the discovery be within the next 5 years? No. Will the discovery be within the next 10 years? Yes. Okay. So is autism curable? Yes. Will humans discover the cure for autism soon? Didn't we just ask that? Okay, so yes, I think that was kind of a little bit of a repeat. Yes. Okay. Is it true that JFK Jr. had a parasite infection from a pork tapeworm that caused cognitive difficulties? Yes. Yes. I mean, that kind of stuff does happen. I don't know. I guess because he said it out loud. I don't know. I don't know why. Again, I haven't really followed his story too much, but does he still have cognitive impairment from the infection? Yes, allegedly. Yes. Did he really sever a beached whale's head and bring it home strapped to the roof of his car? Yes. Okay, and I heard about the bear too. So there was a beached whale. I'm assuming it was dead. Was it dead? Had it transitioned? Yes, and he severed the head. I mean I mean maybe he grew up in a hunting family where they did that kind of stuff. Did he? Yes. Okay. I mean it sounds obnoxious. It sounds really obnoxious. Like who would do that, right? I don't know. I'm trying to reserve judgment. But it's like he probably thought it was no big deal. So I don't know. Okay, this was an interesting one. All right, well, let me know, you guys, if you have, I don't even know, was this helpful? I mean, they answered your questions. So, I guess I just don't personally have as much interest in this, in RFK Jr. Although I don't know. I don't know why it just feels like so distant from me, but I know there are people who have autism children in their family. So absolutely, I can see how that would be of concern for you, 100%. If this is what he's planning on doing, the whole registry thing, I mean, that's, I had no idea that's where he was going with that. So, all right. So let me know if you have any other questions and watch for tomorrow night. 7 p.m. I will post. I'm going to work right now with JFK Jr., RFK Jr., and tap into his higher self and get a pendulum, have a little pendulum conversation with him. So let's see what he has to say to us about what his higher self thinks about how he's doing on earth, how his spirit as RFK Jr. is doing on earth. So, okay, have a good one. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.